What is up, YouTube? It is on your bomb here on Ascent Sports, and welcome back to our college football prediction series, Pick Six Pick Ems. I'm being joined by Isaiah today. No Steven and Jimmy, but we have their picks, and we are gonna give you pick six of the best conference championship games because it is conference championship game time. The regular season is over. Before we get into that, let's see how we did last week. Definitely mixed all around. Jimmy actually did the best at 5-1, then Steven 4-2, then me 3-3, and Isaiah 2-4. So a slow, gradual go down. The overall for first place, it's actually a tie between Jimmy and Steven. They're both at 56 and 28. I am two below that at 54 and 30. And Isaiah's two below that at 52 and 32. So we're still going. Maybe this might be the last one for these standings for the playoffs. Maybe I don't know if we'll add on to that. We'll see. This is a first year series, so we'll see how we do. But definitely this week, because if conference championships affect playoff standings, then they'll affect the records as well. So without further ado, let us begin with the Mountain West Championship. Is a rematch from earlier this year. We have 20 UNLV at 10 Boise State. Boise State won this 29-24 just a few weeks ago, or probably a month ago at this point. UNLV finished 10-2, only losing that Boise State game and to Syracuse. Syracuse was also close. Boise State 11-1, only losing to Oregon. Regardless, though, I don't know. This just seems like a year, it's Boise State's year, not all out national championship, at least for being the Mountain West team, being in the playoffs. Right. So I think they just solidify it and win this here again. So give me Boise State.
I am also taking Boise State. Truthfully, I really just know them because of Genty. But I know they've been hooping. I know they have a blue field. And the fact that they're even in contention for this shows that, they're kind of hooping, because I feel like they've been bad for a while. Mm-hmm. So they're back. Give me Boise State.
Steven is going with Boise State, and Jimmy is also going with Boise State. So we're all in on Boise State. Yeah, they seem to be, the favorite there. But yeah, we'll see.
Jimmy discovered Boise State.
Yeah, low key. I still remember, week 1 or something. He was like, yeah, that running back had a pretty good game. All right, next up we have the AAC Championship. We have Tulane at Army. Army finished. Army's ranked 24. They finished 10-1, only losing to Notre Dame. Respectable loss, but they got demolished 49-14. Tulane does have 3 losses, 9-3. They lost to Kansas State, Oklahoma in the beginning of the season, and then just recently lost to Memphis. I'm actually gonna go with Tulane here. Army, they're good, but I don't know. I just see I think Tulane is still a decent team, even though they have more losses. Yeah, I'm just feeling Tulane in this one, honestly. Not too, really big of a reason, just a gut feeling.
I am going with the Army because I respect the troops. I think they'll get it done. I'm taking the Army every time.
Steven is going with Army, and Jimmy is also going with Army. So I'm the only one on Tulane, so we'll see. Alright, next up we got the first of the Power 4 conferences. We got the Big 12 Championship. Ranked 16 Iowa State at ranked 15 Arizona State. So similar teams. Arizona State finishing 10-2, losses to Texas Tech and Cincinnati. But Iowa State finishing 10-2 as well. Also losing to Texas Tech and losing to Kansas. So interesting losses. I feel like those were decent upsets. They were the better team in both those matchups. I'm going with Iowa State here. Another kind of like gut feeling, but this one's more of a coin flip. Very similar teams, like both have two losses that they probably shouldn't have lost, and both are just similar ranks too. Only one above the other, so God, should be a good game. I'm gonna go with Iowa State though.
I am also going to take Iowa State.
Steven is also taking Iowa State, but Jimmy's gonna go with Arizona State. So interesting, and that could be depending on how things go, that could be the deciding factor of who finishes with the most wins. All right, next up we have the big SEC championship. We got ranked 5 Georgia at ranked 2 Texas. Georgia finishing 10-2, losing it to Alabama and Ole Miss. Texas 11-1. Their only loss was to Georgia when this game was played earlier in the season. They beat them 30-15. I'm gonna say Texas gets them back here. I'm gonna say Texas wins this. Because I think Texas is the better team, and I guess for playoff implications, Georgia would make that kind of interesting. Maybe a little less solidified. I don't really know entirely how the new teams are chosen or how it works. I just know that the Power 4 conference champions are in. So we'll see. But I'm going with Texas here.
I am also going to take Texas. Is Arch Manning playing?
I
don't know. I feel like they got like what we have. Like they have an Archie Manning package. He'd be playing every game.
Or I'm not. I'm actually not sure. Because I thought Ewers was hurt for a bit, but I think he's back. But that I thought I saw something like a video in the week, Arch Manning like getting hype. I don't know. Steven's going with Texas. Jimmy is also gonna go with Texas. We are all in on the Texas. All right, next up we have the Big Ten championship. We have ranked 3 Penn State at ranked 1 Oregon. Oregon finishing the season big, 12-0. Notable wins to Ohio State and Illinois, Michigan. However you feel about them. Penn State finishing 11-1. Their only loss was to Ohio State. Only real ranked win is to Illinois. I don't know. Both of these teams I feel like are good, but sometimes I felt like I expected more out of them.
Right.
Especially for how they ranked, but they were winning.
Brendan, you know who to pick.
I do know how to pick. I'm going with Oregon. I never really thought too highly of Penn State this season. I thought they were a better team last year, and they did less. So, yeah, I don't know. I felt like Oregon was the team to beat this year. Have the expectations. I think they're the better team too. So give me Oregon.
I am taking Oregon as well. Penn State, they're frauds. And Oregon is like, they're a fraud, but they're also like kind of nice. And like because of this season, I feel like people have kind of doubted them. Mm-hmm. Like that they're like not this good team. So I'm gonna take Oregon.
Jimmy and Steven are also going to take Oregon, so we are all in on the Oregon. All right, next up we have Clemson ranked 17 at SMU ranked 8 for the ACC championship. No Miami. is definitely something I wasn't expecting. But hey, welcome to the ACC. SMU finishing 11-1. Only loss was to BYU week 3 by 3 points. Clemson finished 9-3, losing to Georgia week 1, Louisville, and then South Carolina last week. And sure lost to Pitt. Almost did.
Facts.
If the quarterback didn't break away for 50 yards, we had him, but that's neither here nor there. I've been back and forth in this game. I'm going with Clemson with the upset because if Clemson beats SMU, it's gonna make a pretty it's gonna mess up the playoff standings and whatnot, because then Clemson needs to go in, but then SMU can they make it over, are they gonna put them in over Alabama? Alabama's a 3-loss team, they're only a 2-loss team with the conference loss. So I think it just make it interesting and it make it a little bit more sticky, which is probably gonna happen. So give me Clemson.
I am actually going to be taking SMU in this one. I just don't believe Clemson is that good, and I don't think SMU is all that either. But they're on a little run. They're probably looking back at the game they lost to BYU by 3 points. They're probably looking back at that damn, we could have been undefeated. They're probably sick. So I think they'll get it done.
Yeah, you want to talk about looking back? How about Notre Dame, and they only lost to North Illinois, who's 7th in the MAC. They're probably sick. Steve,
winning games for no reason sometimes.
Literally, Western Michigan 2021. Yep. Steven's going with SMU. Jimmy's also going with SMU. So it's 2 of them that I'm alone in. But if I get those 2 right, I that would catch me up with Steven and Jimmy. So I'm okay with that. At least it's a shot, I guess. So alright, that is our prediction for the Power 4 Conference Championships, plus Old Reliable Boise State's Mountain West and the AAC Championship. I think we just skipped out on 3 of the MAC and some of the other championships, just to keep the Pick 6 format and not
too much on the MAC.
Yeah, I mean, do you really want a prediction for Ohio at Miami of Ohio?
Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, Miami.
Big Ben Roethlisberger.
And then there's Marshall at Louisiana.
Louisiana,
yeah. And then Western Kentucky at Jacksonville State.
Give me Jacksonville State because Colorado sucks. Give me that as well. So there it is. There's our. Imagine that we go 3-0 in those.
Yeah, that'd be great.
0-3 or 0-6.
Yeah. All right, guys, that is gonna do it. And after this, I believe we have the playoffs. I don't know if we'll do anything with the bowl games, but I guess we'll see about that. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Which of us? Goodbye.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning.